The Acton Music Project is dedicated to the ideal that everyone can make music.
I think we need a theme song.
A theme song?
Yeah, a theme song. Every good TV show has a theme song.
This is a good show?
It's going to be a great show.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know, there's your guitar.
Hey, I have my guitar here.
Why don't you try to play a theme song?
I could try and play something themey, songy. How about
Yeah,
this?
okay.
Alright, you know, I'm gonna go get my sax.
Alright.
I could do some noodling.
I got some lyric ideas. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
All
it.
right, I'll try it out. Making music with the Acton Music Project. Making music with the Acton Music Project. Turn up your amp and sing along.
Write some songs that aren't too long. Grab a guitar and get in tune.
If you can't do that, then squeeze a balloon. Oops.
Making music with the Acton Music Project. Making music with the Acton Music Project.
Making music is lots of fun.
So keep on watching now, don't you run. Rock, jazz, country, and blues.
When we play, we don't wear no shoes.
Yeah, nice, Joe.
Yeah.
Everybody!
Making music with the Acton Music Project. Making music with the Acton Music Project.
If you like the things you see, just tell a friend to turn on the TV.
Now you might learn a thing or two.
Like how to play a mean kazoo. Hey, it's a good thing you brought that, Craig.
Making music with the Acton Music Project.
Hey, Max.
Hi.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming in today.
Yep.
You got your stuff?
Yeah.
All right, let's go make some music.
Okay.
Get that for you.
So social craze. See the smiles on their face, everything an outward glance, view it from another stance.
Hi, Max. I really appreciate you coming by and playing your music for the Acton Music Project. And I have to say, on first hearing, your music has a layering and a texture unlike any of the bands and people that we've had on the program. I wonder if you could go into a little more detail about what each of the pieces of your equipment are and how you build up all of the sounds, including crickets and some external, atmospheric sounds, and how you put it all together and then play it.
Mm-hmm. So I use a digital audio workstation called Logic, and a digital audio workstation is a program where you can basically, anyone can get one, and if you have like a MIDI keyboard like this, you can just plug it in and you can start making music.
So you can plug this directly into your computer.
Mm-hmm. And
the software recognizes that.
And that's how I put the notes in. Okay. So I can click on...
So this thing's creeping me out a little bit. It moves. At times when you're going through different parts of the song, the graphic equalization knobs here move by themselves. Mm-hmm. What is this used for?
This is used for if I want to change a parameter of a sound, if I want to sort of shape the sound.
Or different parts of it?
Well, the cool thing about it is that I can use it to control any possible element. So I can control volume, and any effect. I can change what the effect is doing to each sound.
So you're assigning it to one of the sliders, and then you can adjust that through the song.
Yeah, and the reason it moves is that every time I pick a different instrument, it has a different plug-in and different parameters, so it automatically goes to what's on screen. So I can actually move something on screen, and it should... Sorry.
Yeah, I saw you making changes during the song where one wasn't high enough for you, and so you would adjust it.
So I can even move it on the screen, and it will move on the board there.
Yeah.
Which is very neat.
Yeah.
So.
Can you take us through part of your song and maybe highlight some of the things that you built and talk about them while they're going in real time? First of all, it's like a score sheet for an orchestra. You have so many different voices. How many different tracks have you put into this song?
I have around I have 51 tracks total.
Wow.
About half of them are audio tracks.
Okay.
For this song, I really wanted to use some of my vocals in there.
Sorry, what's the name of your song, or do you name your songs?
Yeah, the name of the song is Paper Bag Moon Phase.
Paper Bag Moon Phase.
It's a strange name, but I wanted it to be abstract because that's what I was going for in the song.
Okay, well it starts with crickets, so. All right, take us into the music and let's see what happens.
Okay, so here is all the vocal tracks. And I can play them.
Did you feel it when we were looking at
Are you all of the voices, or?
Yeah, I recorded. There's 2 harmony parts in this section, so I recorded 2 of myself for each of those parts. So there's 4 of me playing at once, and there's a lot of effects on them. There's 11 of them on the vocals, and the reason for that is that I really wanted to put a lot of that texture in there. And each one of these effects, like ensemble, really puts a lot of color and a lot of tone into the vocals. And so I can play it with the whole thing and all the instruments.
So I can understand how you put a vocal track in. You're singing into a microphone. You have drums. It's a drum set. You have organ synthesizer sounds. How are you bringing these into the song?
Well, the drum kit is really cool. What I did was I have a collection of free drum samples that are recordings of drums that other people have made.
Okay.
And that they put online for free. I open up this plugin here called Ultra Beat, and I can assign a sound to be played for each key.
Okay.
So, like this is the bass drum here.
Yep.
And this is the snare here. And I can basically edit each one of these sounds so I can eventually make a rhythm. And once I like one of them, I can record it into the program like this, and then I'll open up. This is where
Those
all
are
the
the
notes
actual
are.
notes where you hit a key. Oh,
So yeah, up and down is notes, and left and right is time.
Yep.
So, like here, I'll just play this drum beat.
Hi and welcome to Music Piece Theater. I'm Craig Vandera, and this week we're going to talk about string instruments, another musical family. Peter, we're going to talk about string instruments.
Oh, right. Well, I know.
Is the piano a string instrument?
Well, I don't want to get in any fights with anybody, but
Well, I'm not going to fight you.
a lot of people think it's a percussion instrument.
Percussion? Why would it be a percussion instrument?
Well, maybe because your fingers hit the keys, or because inside there are felt hammers that hit the strings.
Wow.
And I know that was last week's segment, but that'll make a nice segue,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So there's strings and percussion. It's kind of a hybrid instrument in that respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see some other traditional, or what I think of as traditional string instruments scattered about. What did you bring today?
Well, we've had this instrument hiding behind us for all these segments.
Oh, it's not
here.
hiding. I saw it the whole time. That's a guitar. That I know.
It's nothing more American than that, right?
No,
or Spanish, or wherever
or
it started.
So this is obviously a guitar. Now this is a little bit different than most guitars. There's a lot of knobbies here.
Yeah, well, I thought we wouldn't go, just with the plain Jane guitar here, but this is actually a 12-string guitar, which gives it a nice extra sound there.
So this is actually
kind of like a built-in echo here.
So there's actually where you would have a single string for each string area, you have a double string.
Exactly.
So instead of 6, you have 12.
Yeah. So
Or
you
this
can
one,
play
have
it. You play it just
11,
the same.
But, yeah.
You play it just the same as a 6-string guitar.
Okay.
But it's got 12.
And it's a string instrument.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I think when most people think string instruments, I mean, they,
guitar
yeah, comes to mind.
Absolutely. Maybe after that, or maybe for a lot of people before that, the
classical instruments.
banjo.
No, that's not a banjo. That's it can be played like that, obviously.
The violin.
It's a fiddle. What's the
My
difference between a fiddle and a
apologies.
violin?
About 4 years of college. My apologies to Professor Steele, but
he's not here. Better than I can do.
Still got it.
Better than I can do. That's a beaut.
Yeah, really interesting. You've got the strings are vibrating, but they're not being plucked. They're being dragged across by hair.
Is that what that is?
Horsehair.
Wow.
They use horsehair because it's if you looked at it under a microscope, it's very rough.
Huh.
So it pulls at the string as it goes along. And they put rosin on top of that to make it even kind of stickier.
You're rosin up the bow.
Rosin up the bow, yes. So,
yeah, very nice. So this has four strings.
Come in all sorts of sizes. This is actually a 1/16 size cello.
That's
string bass.
Yes. So many 4-stringed instruments.
Anyway, that's a popular choice.
Very
great
nice.
instrument. Very great instrument.
Beautiful instrument.
All the greats, Mozart, Beethoven, they all played it.
But not on this show.
Not.
So you've got one up on that. Yeah.
Take that.
Now I'm fascinated by.
I'm gonna actually bring this one out. This is a very simple thing.
What is that called?
Just a hollow box with strings across it. You might call it a zither.
I would not call it anything. I've never seen one of these before.
But you just pluck the strings. You have to know which string to pluck, and
I suppose
that takes some
string instrument.
You can't change the pitches on this in any way.
So you have to
other than tuning, you didn't put your finger anywhere.
So unlike a guitar where you hit a fret and then you make a different note,
right.
this is just each string is a note and that's it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So it's a zither.
Zither, yeah.
Zither.
Here's a great instrument. This is called a mountain or Appalachian dulcimer. You have 3 strings that are the same and 1 string that's lower. And like a guitar, you can put your finger different places to get different pitches. Use your fingers or even a little stick.
I was wondering what that was for. Well, that's fast. So do you only press on these 2 strings? Or can you do different things with it?
Sort of the traditional way would be to do that, but a lot of people have taken it further and will change any of the strings as they see fit and play chords and all sorts of complicated things. So the sky's the limit, like most instruments.
It's a beautiful instrument too. That's great.
And a lot of fun to play. The last instrument I have today, another sort of hybrid. We have here a...
We're all about hybrids today.
Yes, banjo ukulele.
That is
take
really
the world's 2 greatest instruments and put them together, right?
That's cool.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate. And it's almost in tune.
You have to have it actually out of tune. It wouldn't be authentic if it were completely in tune. Oh, we ain't you know that old ditty.
No, I don't. Never heard that one.
Anyway,
that's great. That's great. So it's got the banjo body here, and it's tuned, and you play it like a ukulele.
The banjo, the drum head here. There's that percussion again. The drum head adds a lot of volume to it, and that's why they used it originally. You get it louder than guitars.
Yeah.
No, so
that's great. That's a beaut. Seems like a rare instrument. Any other little string instruments today, or is that the?
That was it.
It ran out. That's. I didn't bring my bass guitar. That would be another string
I said
instrument.
this is the last one.
Well, thanks for bringing those in. That's great.
You're welcome.
For Music Peace Theater, I'm Craig Vanderock.
And I'm Peter Brogy.
Remember, support local music.
The local music.
Put something else in there. Barrel of Monkeys? Is that what it is? Are you got a barrel of No? Yeah, I do know that one.
Yeah.
Decision. Where does it go? Maybe it comes all the way up to you. We don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever. comes all the way up to here. We don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever. Come around, come around, come around. You gotta make a decision. Where does it go? Maybe it comes all the way up to here. We don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever.
So Max, for this one, the video is so much more a part of the experience, not just the music, but the video. Can you tell me a little bit more about why did you marry video and audio? And where did you get all that's a lot of photos. Where did you get all the videos and the photos to make into the video? And what was the idea behind it?
Since music takes a really long time to make, I'm sort of used to spending a lot of time on projects. So I had this idea that I could take pictures of things with the new cell phone that I got.
Oh.
And
while you were working or
on music
randomly through the day?
Yeah. And I thought I'd make a giant time-lapse video. So over about 3 or 4 months, I took 6,000 photos on my phone.
Wow.
And I wrote a little program to sort of put them all in sequential order and play them at 15 frames per second, 15 pictures every second. So I went to different places around Acton. I took a lot, like, in my house.
Yep, moving objects, yep.
A lot of moving equipment, melting ice cream.
And just some random, random curves and shapes.
And every time there's a word spoken in the song, I would write it on like a whiteboard or a piece of paper. And then there's one where I take index cards and spell out my artist name, which is Statue of Jivio. This is the shirt.
Oh, okay.
S-O-D.
S-O-D.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, I really appreciate it. This is, like I said at the beginning, this is unlike any of the music that we've had so far, and it's really interesting, and it's a lot more complicated than I thought. But it sounds really, really interesting. Thank you for presenting.
I'm glad to.
Tiptoe through the daisy.
That one I definitely know. And cut.